And welcome back to the channel, everybody. Aesop Grim here, and this is a continuation of my Oblivion Remastered playthrough. We have basically broken the game. I'm 100% Chameleon, Stealth Archer build. We are, I guess, steaming towards end game. I guess we're probably in the end game right now. I have accomplished everything that I wanted to leading up to this portion, and I am now closing Oblivion gates. I have a enchanted Daedric bow, and I have a bunch of black soul gems on me. So we are, as I said, closing Oblivion gates. Look, here's one right here that I missed. I do have one mod loaded up that removes these Oblivion gates from the map as you close them down. I don't know why we needed a mod for that, but that's okay. I guess that's just the nature of gaming these days. You're going to have bugs, and those bugs get solved by modders a lot of the time. You have not yet found this location. Ah. Well, let's set a marker for there, because that seems like, you know what? That might be a story gate. Let's close down the other gates first. So we're gonna head to Skingrad, and I'm gonna run because I want to see if I uncover any other gates along the way. That is sort of my idea, is to close down all of the Oblivion gates on the map and restore health to the land prior to whatever the final boss is. I forget who it is. It's a Daedric prince. I forget his name. All right. It says we're like 2,300 meters away. I think that's Cloud Temple. So that would be Bruma. Man, our guy's fast. I mentioned in the last episode that it actually did sort of feel like playing an elf. I always think of the original World of Warcraft trailer whenever they're going through the various races you can play, and when it gets to the night elf, she's running through the forest at speed. You know, it's super cool. It's like, night elves make me think of Indians also. So like one idea leads to another. It's the idea of running through forestry where you have things on the ground that can make a lot of sound, that can trip you up, that could snap your ankles, really hurt you. Oh, it looks like I don't have any bows on me, or arrows, I mean. Well, that's messed up. So whenever you're able to do that at speed, it's indicative of a lot of practice. When you're able to do it at speed and silently, you know, jumping over, finding the right foot placement between the dry twigs and the crackling, dried out leaves on the forest bed while you're sprinting. That's not very much time to be able to spot the locations for your feet. I used to practice this kind of stuff whenever I was a kid. And so she then eventually, she's a druid, so she morphs into a panther. But running with my guy through this terrain kind of feels somewhat similar to that, because it's fast, you know? It's just really fast. We're gonna take 150's fine here. Oh shoot, yeah, that's good. It's probably more than I need. Let's see, this is I believe this is your Wednesday episode, so happy hump day, everybody. I hope your week is going well. Let's maybe try slipping down this way.
Ow!
See, we're sprinting now. And it actually feels fast to me.
Ah!
All right. Well, we're basically back where we started, or where we left off before having to go back to get arrows. Oh, I gotta equip the arrows. How far away now? About 2,000 meters. I guess that was closer to 2,200. I'm just going to do a public service here.
Nothing to worry about, I guess. Just my eyes playing.
Oh my goodness. I need to be recharging my bow. That came from the cougar soul right there. Well, hey, we're in November. Man, this is my favorite time of year. And it always goes by so fast for me. Like for me, where I'm at, September really is still kind of hot. October, you start to get a bit of a mix. So it doesn't necessarily feel like fall. And then for us, it starts to cool off in November. For where I'm at, it doesn't actually get cold, and cold being relative to what I'm used to down here, until like February. So at any rate, it just always kind of sneaks up on me. And then these months, November and Christmas are my favorite because you got Thanksgiving, November and December, I should say, because you got Thanksgiving and you got Christmas. And man, it just goes by quick. It goes by really quick. So we're in November, and I'm really just trying to soak it all in and enjoy this time before I've got to go a whole nother year to get back to it, you know? But for me, I think today's November 1st. Yeah, it is. So we just got into it. And I'm going to be playing Bannerlord. And hopefully some Crusader Kings 3. In the upcoming days, we got the Bannerlord DLC is coming out on the 26th of November. They just let that news out yesterday on Halloween. So that was, you know, people are pretty excited. My last Bannerlord video got it's at 181 views right now. It had already been performing much better. I'm a really, really small channel, guys. And my Oblivion videos tend to get somewhere between 1 and 5 views. My Bannerlord videos typically get around 50 because since 1.3 dropped, there has been much more interest in that. But now that the DLC was actually officially announced, my last Bannerlord video skyrocketed to 181 views, and it's probably going to go up more. So, not that I'm necessarily tremendously excited about the views. I'm a non-monetized channel. I don't really get anything out of that. It's just more of an indicator, though, of the excitement level for this game, for the Bannerlord game. I would assume... Uh-oh. Okay. I thought we were about to crash. I would assume that that makes me a little bit nervous. Let's quick save it. I would assume that we're pretty close. We're within a week or two of closing this series out. Nearby troll? I heard something growling. That's an elk. Well, I didn't come across any other Oblivion gates. There's a troll. We should start to see this gate visually here pretty soon. Maybe it's over the hill. Yeah, it's showing up on the mini-map now, or on the compass, I should say. Okay, we can hear it. There it is. That must be, that's Skingrad. Okay, well, that's the tower we want to get in. We got to get across this lava. Here we go. All right, man. Pretty straightforward for this one. Okay, hold on. We're going to do something here. Let me get my timer up. stopwatch and start. Trying to be quick. Where at? Here we go. Oh, almost went off the edge. Okay. About 2 minutes and 10 seconds. And for the whole animation to finish and then dump us out here. Looking at about 2.5 minutes to close a gate. Alrighty then. Well, sweet. Let's continue. Oh, look, we got more. Skingrad is kind of covered up in Oblivion gates. Well, I'm thinking, let's quick save it. I wonder if I can get across this lava. Yeah, it looks like I can. Ah, shoot, I'm gonna die. Oh, somehow I live. I was hitting the wrong key there. Oh my goodness, we have made it. Okay, I see bridges. Well, hold on. Flooring. Okay, we can't go higher there. So I think we need to get in there and cross over. Is what it kind of looks like to me.
Ah!
Unless there's a backside. Oh, well. Looks like there is. Ho ho ho, look at that. Is this where I want to be? I don't know if this is the right... Yep, yeah it is. Okay, good. Is there a door here? No. Dremora, Kin Marcher. Take that, you ne'er-do-well. Oh man, that's cool. And just being able to stealth in and like we really are the hero of this land. Alright, another gate closed. Let's consult the map here. There's another one right here. This will be the third one in the Skingrad area, and I think I closed one or two others on the left side of Skingrad earlier. Poor Skingrad got hit like Midway Blitz, man. Alrighty. That was easy. right. I like this. I'm enjoying just methodically making sure that the land is returned back to its normal state, and that society is protected away from protected from these demons. It's a lot of fun. Right, here's the next one at Kvatch. Well, why is that still open? Again, we're going to manually travel there. I'm not going to get too deep into it. For one, there's just, I don't have a whole lot to talk about on the subject, because it's just kind of a little bit of the same version of the same story happening all over the place. But I sure am thankful for what ICE is doing. Man, we got a lot of people in this country that are receiving a ton of taxpayer benefits. They're receiving like extra help in setting up and establishing businesses. It's just it's all siphoning off our economy. They're even voting in some examples. They're getting truck driver licenses and they can't even read the language, you know, so it makes things dangerous.
Do your worst.
Oh my goodness.
Why won't you die?
There we go. Help the farmers out. So it is, I wouldn't say a thankless job. There's a lot of people that are thanking them, but they have a lot of opposition against them right now. And I just think that it's one of those jobs in this moment in time that's real, takes a lot of heroism, a lot of personal sacrifice and courage, personal conviction, because stuff is getting put on the line. But the results are really starting to manifest themselves, I guess. And I can understand how other people would be on the opposite side of me. I just think that you don't have a very good case. And you were sold a bill of goods that you shouldn't have been, and that you did things in the wrong way, and have built your lives on some false presuppositions. And that's tragic, and that's sad, you know. Sorry to hear that. Sorry that happened to you. I have a pretty good idea of who you can blame, and it's on the opposite side of the one that you're pointing the finger at, in my opinion. But this is one of those cases that it just kind of is what it is, you know, because of the actions of a few over a period of years, egregiously poor actions. We are having to take some pretty drastic measures at this point in time. I don't even think that they're all that drastic. But they can feel drastic. It's causing a lot of upheaval. Gosh, I mean, you want to talk about, we haven't stood up any camps. We haven't, there's a lot of things we have not done that history speaks to. You know, so there's a lot of overhead left, a lot for how far we can take this conviction. Let's let the stamina rebuild. There we go. Is this thing at the top of the mountain? It might be. Let's go over this way. It looks like it is. We're gonna travel up here and kind of hook around. I can see it glowing up there.
We have to start over from nothing.
Don't
Oh,
give
right,
up.
right, right. Where I
Perhaps
can
you still
back.
have the hatch in the
Okay.
basement.
And the
Hiding?
chapels and the
It's
Elder Council will
possible.
help us.
Oh, okay. So you know what we need to do, actually? Okay, it did. It removed it. We had to revisit this area. You have not yet found this location. Let's travel back. Well, let's move the marker here and travel back to here. I think I've actually shut this one down already. But it says we haven't been there, so we'll find out. Oh, I can hear it. Oh, that's another one. That's a different one. Yeah, there's... Oh, Skingrad was just had a whole lot. Yeah. These are like the little nests of drug dealers and murderers and pimps and then just your general illegal immigrant. They're not guilty of anything except having come here the wrong way, and I understand that, but that's still not allowed. I mean, there's a law, you know. I don't let people into my house unless they go through my approval. I don't leave my doors unlocked to my car and just let anybody get into that vehicle that wants to. You know, security is a real thing, and every one of these countries that these people have come from all have... They all seem to have much more stringent immigration laws that they enforce a lot more than we do. You know, so I'm not going to sit here and be browbeat by somebody who thinks that they have the moral high ground when they're talking nonsense. And them days is over, man. You're not finding any sympathetic ear. This is the FAFO era. Okay, so we want to get into this. And it looks like we're going to have to take a bridge in. So I'm going to do this like I did the last one of these that I came across, and that's just methodically start to leave signs of what I've cleared. So a dead body is a pretty good sign. Alright, so we're gonna go click this. And I don't even need to go to the top, really. I just need to cross this bridge and see if I'm in the right area. Okay, no way up there. I'm not really surprised. Oh wait, this says rending halls. I might have just found the access. Level down. Level down. There's no other doors, huh? Oh, there it is. Citadel Hall door. Level up. Okay, we are on our way. So there's another gate closed. I'm liking it, man. Oh, yep. Now we're gonna go here. Now, why did this not... Oh, this is the one... Hold on. I know there's a one close to me. I should have left that up. Here we go. Right in the face. Alright, you got alchemical ingredients. I suppose I'll take that. Okay. And we're on our way. Over to... What was that growl I heard? An Atronach. Okay. Over to here. Oh, it says I'm on it. How about over to the here? Okay, there's our objective. Why?
Ah! Ow!
I think over here. Yep, there's the flame, the vertical flame up at the top, kind of the torch or fire pillar symbol. And here's our door. Is this where I came in at? Wastes of Oblivion. Yes. I did not see a door. Aha. Okay. Whoa. You don't see that real often. I am interested, so we're kind of exploring right now. Wow, that happened on the first try. Okay, back up. We got painted glass here. We might be in like a holy version, you know, for them. What are these guys called? Dramara Marquines? Marquines? This is just a big circle. I think this is where I started. Dark Salvation. That does sound like the direction I want to go. It's one of those common names in all of these things. Okay, ramp up. That's a good sign. Another ramp up. This place is a little bit different. Flesh Spire, I assume, is where we want to go. Ramp up, okay. Probably need to exit right here. Yep. Alright, this is the ultimate area that we want to be in. There's the organic flooring. Oh, you know what? I have an AoE opportunity. Not really, though. He's a Storm Atronach. It won't hurt him. Never mind. I burn your house down. Your dollhouse. I don't remember what movie I was watching. It was a Mark Wahlberg line, I think. I'm here to burn your dollhouse down. Something to that effect. Had to do with, like, corrupt politicians. It was a really cool line. It might have been Brothers. I'm not sure. His movie Brothers. Okay, that one is shut down. So it really shouldn't be showing up on the compass anymore. Yeah, I don't know about that. Nope. Okay, well. Everything else looks like it came off. We're going to travel to Anvil. Like, manually, to see if we come across any other Oblivion gates. We can't come down here. I don't think we can. Pretty sure this is all closed off. I don't see any roads or bridges. So, we need to go this direction, and the whole purpose is just to see if there's any other Oblivion gates in the countryside that I come across. Guess it looks like, it feels like the sun is coming up. I don't see, it just is getting brighter. Maybe it's the northern lights. I'm also trying to keep an eye on the compass to see if any gates show up on the compass. So I'm sort of doing two things at once, visually checking and I guess instrument checking. That's a piloting term. You can, whenever you're in really poor weather, the cloud cover is thick, you can fly by instruments. They'll tell you your altitude, your bearing. Is that one up there? I mean, I don't think so, but that certainly looks like fire. I want to go check it out. Am I able to get up that way? We might need to come around this way and then climb. Come on, Woodelf. Yes. Alright, what is this thing? Oh, we're at Kvatch. Okay. So that's why we saw fire. It's all scripted in. Can I not jump off the edge there? It's acting a little bit like I'm at the edge of the map. Well, I'm not, so it must just not be allowed. I am stuck, though. Go. Our dude took that like a man. It didn't even hurt him that much. Oh, there we go. And we're in. We're like the most specialized thief in the world, man. We just come in and steal Oblivion gate sigils. Path up, yes. Yes, it is. And another path up. And a door. Okay. Another path up. And a door. Another path up. Boom, boom, boom. Another path up. And a door. Ah, here we are. I wonder if my AoE will work here. Took a little bit to get the bow out. Man. Down you go. I don't think I got a whole lot of AoE damage out of that. So, personally, I'm not really sure how much that AoE arrow is worth it. It might be better to just stick to the hateful soul arrows. But you can see the land is back to its more natural daylight. Alright, well, we're right outside of Anvil. Let's go ahead and run to the marker just to make sure there's nothing else. Let me scan my compass. Okay, nothing. Oh, it's time to recharge the bow. Did that recharge the whole thing? Oh my gosh, it did. So one black soul gem will fill that whole bow up. That kind of shows you how ridiculous it is about how much it takes to, how much charge the Blade of Woe requires. I guess I can't show you here because it's barely missing anything. But man, that sucker, when it gets drained, it takes a lot to fill it back up again. I wouldn't call it a sliver at a time, but it is a small chunk at a time. Caves, I see caves. I don't see any gates. Okay. So what we're gonna do now is make a marker for like right here. And I just wanna, I guess, confirm that I cannot cross the river. We're about 750 yards away. Feet, meters, I don't know. I guess I'll say feet because it's got feet. I just saw, like, look at that right there. It sort of like digitizes. I think that means we're getting close to the edge of the map. Makes me think of Hunger Games 2 when she looks up into the air and sees the sky's not really quite real. It's like a digital projection. I think that was part 2. It might have been part 1. Hey man, I don't know how you guys feel, but I really liked that series. I actually read the books first. I think it might have been before the movies came out. I had a friend who had read them. He had kids, and those books are written at like a teenager level. The level of language used is like that. But the story was really, really fascinating. You know, about an authoritarian government that had these different district setups specialized to serve the capital with, you know, X, Y, or Z product. And they held these Hunger Games to remind them of their place and their guilt and all of this, you know, that kind of a thing. Really, really good story. And I thought that the movies were done very well. I didn't watch the latest one, which is like, I guess like a prequel. It had the Snow White chick in it. And just off that alone, I was just like, nah, I don't think so. I really believe that everybody deserves to have some sort of a redemption arc. Like if they can make it happen, you know, what you say when you're 20 years old might not be what you say or how you feel or how you act whenever you're 40 or 30, you know, or something like that. But it's like the determination. So the determination I made wasn't based off of, I can't stand this chick, and Snow White was an absolute disaster, and so anything she's in, I'm boycotting because I hate her. It wasn't based off that. Okay, I can't go any further. It was based on the idea that I have some understanding of this lady's worldview, and so the things that she's attracted to, the stories and the scripts, and maybe even the kind of influence as a lead actress that she can have on how that unfolds, I just don't trust it. So I'd rather not spend my money. I won't even watch it for free. I'm just not interested, you know? Like if something comes out with her in it on Amazon, or I don't do Netflix, and I'm thinking of maybe stopping Amazon too, but you guys get what I mean. Like you pay for the service, and so now this video comes out, this movie comes out, I just won't even watch that. I don't have any interest at all. So I didn't watch that Hunger Games with that chick in it. I can't remember her name. I'm not trying to be disrespectful or condescending or anything like that. If I remembered her name, I would say, oh, there it is, Rachel Ziegler. It came to mind. Rachel Ziegler. Yeah. So or maybe it's Zegler. I'm not quite sure. So anyway, that's the only Hunger Games I didn't watch. I watched part 1, part 2, part 3, and I know not everybody is the biggest fan of Jennifer Lawrence, I think her name is. I don't know enough about her. I know most people in Hollywood tend to be liberal, and so that's going to put them in a position on a number of things that I just firmly disagree with. Not only that I firmly disagree with, but I think that you're kind of, I don't want to say stupid, because that really is not the correct term. I think you're naive, and your naivety is unattractive, right? It makes me kind of just not want to, I don't like your characters, and you know, your personality starts to sort of just bother me a little bit because I know this about you, right? That's not the case for me with Jennifer Lawrence. In fact, I remember reading some sort of thing about her. She was talking to a high school room of kids. I think this was during the first Trump presidency. And she took a shockingly neutral position. And she was talking about I think what she was talking about is being careful about not demonizing people that have different views than you, and she was doing that within the context of liberals painting MAGA as all out, Nazis and fascists and stuff, something that continues to this day. And she was actually saying, look, I'm not a MAGA fan or anything, but I don't think that this is correct. And she went on to illustrate that the home she grew up in, there were like a number of different political positions between her parents, and that it was always encouraged to not let those things define your relationships, I guess is the way that she was putting it. This is kind of what I took from her. Now, I read this years and years and years ago, so I don't know, guys. I think I read something recently about how she came out and said that she's looked at some of the things that she said and how she's acted in the past, and she understands why people turned against her. So I'm letting you know, I don't know of those things. I am not somebody who looks and watches Hollywood. I kind of got out of movies a long time ago. It's few and far between now. The movies that I find to be truly good, I think things are changing, but this kind of stuff, it changes slow. So I am not aware of what she may have said or done in the past that really put people off on her. I know she had some nudes leaked at one point in time. Maybe it's a quote unquote leaked. These young women always go through a phase where they go kind of from kid to adult, that they don't want to be seen as a kid anymore. And when it comes to women, the best way that they can kind of make that clear is to do something sexually provocative or something like that. I'm just saying it kind of seems to me like it's part of the territory of growing up in that environment. Lots of people do something. It just kind of changes as to what you do or how you do it, depending on what your, I guess, social circle is and stratosphere of society or whatever it is. Hers is as a Hollywood actress. To me, that whole thing wasn't enough for me to be like, oh my gosh, I can never watch this chick again. What a dirtball. So I don't know. I really, really, really liked her in Silver Linings Playbook. I thought that movie's hilarious, man. I love that movie. Absolutely hilarious. I forget what his name is now. I can't remember. He's a popular actor also. But I liked them both in that movie. That was a really good movie. So I guess upshot of it all being, gosh, I liked her. What was that space movie that she did with, oh gosh, I forgot his name. The guy from Galaxy, what's that called? Dude, I'm forgetting everything, man. Galaxy something. Defenders of the Galaxy or something like that. Chris Pratt. There we go. Man, it takes me a long time. She did a space movie with him. I haven't seen every Jennifer Lawrence movie, but the ones I have seen with her in it, I liked them. I like her as an actress. I've seen her do a couple interviews. I don't know, how do I phrase this? I didn't watch the whole interview. It was more like a clip because it was like a late night show thing. And I don't watch late night shows, right? So I saw this in a clip on the internet, but I thought she was funny and honest. Now, she's an actress, right? She could hoodwink me. I recognize that. I don't trust actors and actresses. I think they're all skin jobs. They'd rather they're like not comfortable with themselves, so they'd rather play somebody else. Is that true across the board? Hey man, probably very, very likely not. I get it. But in general, I just think that there's something goofy about actors and actresses. So I don't watch a whole lot of interviews or anything, but I did see this snippet of her and I thought it was pretty good. So the stuff that I have seen from her, I've liked, is what I'm getting at. How come I didn't see that? And Hunger Games, oh, there it is, right there, was just, in my opinion, excellent. It's one of those movies that I think it actually did a real good job of reflecting the actual book. A lot of movies don't do that for one reason or another. A lot of times it's just hard. I just got done watching House of David. They're putting stuff in there that's not biblical because the Bible isn't there to tell you a story. And whenever you're putting something on film and you're having people act things out and you need kind of like a little bit of background reason or motivation for why a character is, sometimes you just kind of got to fill in the gaps yourself. I get that. I understand that. So movies, there's a reason why we have that phrase, the book is always better. The book is just able to illustrate so much more to you. It can, in such a better way. It can do internal monologue. It can do the omniscient narrative voice to give you background context. Movies can do this by giving you a voice acted, whether it's a narrator or the character. But you don't usually want to overdo it. When it comes to storytelling, there's a phrase, you want to show, not tell. So most things, when you want to illustrate what a character's personality is like, you want to show that through how they act and through how they talk to people. So through dialogue, not monologue. Ow! Right? So there's a lot of complications that just come into play. I think that's where we're headed. That's a minefield. Wow. I lost half my health. My health is draining. Okay. Am I still draining? No. I got really chatty at the very end of my video. Now we're over time and we have a gate to shut down, so it is what it is. Here we go, starting to make maybe a little bit of progress here. I don't know if I can scale this. We're trying. I don't know, it's actually starting to look plausible, or possible, I should say. Oh, that's a bit too steep. Okay, so we're gonna have to go around this way. See if we can find another more slanted way, sloped. I half expected there to be a cave there. Don't think I can make that jump. This is probably not the way I'm supposed to be climbing this thing. There's likely another route. Come on. There we go. Is this a door? It is. Okay, look, there's a whole pathway that leads up here. So yeah, I really liked Hunger Games. That was a very good series, I thought. And I really liked Silver Linings Playbook. I guess House of David Season 2 is out now, but you gotta pay for it, so I'm just waiting for it to become free. The thing with Amazon that's got me maybe thinking about going another direction or just getting rid of it in general is that they want to charge you for Amazon Prime, which you get a couple things out of that, right? You get access to Prime Video and you get the shipping free when it comes to ordering stuff from Amazon. But now I've only seen it once, but I'm seeing that whenever you're watching, I don't watch Prime a whole lot. So maybe that's why I've only seen it once. But when you're watching a movie, I saw this ad come up, and you had the option to pay for an additional service to go ad-free. Well, mofo, I don't think so, man. I'm already paying you for a service. You're gonna leech me for no— I just don't like that on principle. I think you're a slime bucket. I'm already paying for the service. So what I was able to do was just shut the video down and start it up again where I was at, and it didn't do that to me again. But I won't put up with that. I don't watch enough movies to put up with that. I see that as charging me twice. I think you're a bunch of dirtball, greedy bastards. You know? Could I afford it? Yeah, I don't think that they're asking for all that much. It's more the principle of it. It's just disgusting to me. That's kind of really the sentiment that I get. It twists my gut. It's a revulsion. I'm like, you guys are gross. And it makes me not want to give my money to you, because what else am I funding? You know, if that's how you feel about things, what other terrible things are you unleashing upon this world? It like kind of becomes a moral conundrum for me now. Okay, we're at a minute 16. I don't know what's up with that one Oblivion gate still showing up that we closed, but we're going to cover this land here, this 1900 feet is what I'm going to call it, because it's got the feet tracker. And get over to that gate, and we're going to save it right there. We're not going to close it. It might be absolutely nothing, but just in case it's a gate that pushes the storyline forward, I want to save that for the next episode. We're already well over time. I think my Daedric bow with its purple glow looks pretty cool. I've always kind of liked the color purple. They say it's the color of royalty. The Byzantium Empire valued that color so much that if you were born into the imperial family, it was called born into the purple. I think it comes from Jesus, if I remember right. Gosh, I need to relook that up, because that's like a really sort of, I wouldn't say basic, but people who study the Bible tend to know that, and I don't feel great that I have forgotten. So I need to look that up again. I think it comes from the cloak he was wearing. It didn't have any seams, so when the soldiers rolled dice for his garments and the stuff that he had on him before they crucified him, the cloak was rolled on as a whole because they didn't want to quarter it. It was the actual thing that made it really, really valuable was that it was all one piece. It was whoever made it. They didn't sew the arms onto the body, you know, it was all made out of one piece of cloth, and I think that cloth was purple. And then Jesus is king of the universe, right? So then that's where the idea of purple being the color of nobility came from. And that got taken up by Latin Christendom.
Making you jumpy.
You know, and it went from there. That's how it ended up in our culture. So even if you're not religious, there's this idea, right, about purple being the color of royalty. So somebody like the LA Lakers, where their team colors are gold and purple, I would be interested to know, was that just because the person who invented it liked those two colors and those two colors go well together? It could be just as simple as that. They do look good together. It's pretty iconic, you know? It's like bright without being gaudy is how it always comes off for me. And I'm not a Lakers fan or anything, but I've always thought that their colors looked really good. Or did it come from this idea? Like when they were formed, did the person have the idea of picking colors that were tied to being at the top of the dog pile, you know? 600 meters away. Sideways Cave, that's an interesting name. There's probably something kind of unique about that cave. Alright, it is picking up a gate to Oblivion. I must have that marker almost right on top of it. There it is. So right here, we will save it. Alright guys. Again, hey, happy hump day to you. Only a couple more days to go and we're into the weekend again. Again, I'm Aesop Grimm. Thank you for coming by the channel. I hope you like what you saw, and more importantly, I hope all is well in your neck of the woods. And I'll see you in the next episode, where the story continues.